All right, guys, so we're back in ChatGPT, and I asked it the question, is it true that my 3D model directly resembles the general shape and nature of a hiking compass? Because, guys, we know a compass has stood the test of time. Compasses have been around for thousands of years, and we know that a compass is an accurate piece of technology. And the fact is, my 3D model directly lines up with a compass, especially a hiking compass. So first of all, let's look at the pictures, guys. So this is my 3D model, and you can see to the right of it, there's a traditional hiking compass. So the similarities between my model and the compass, obviously you have the 360-degree circular Earth comparable to a 360-degree circle along the compass. We have a compass dial pointing north, and then we even have extra space in the compass in the northern direction, which I believe is where Mount Zion is located. Let's see the next picture. So this is an overhead view, and as you can see, it says, notice how a compass lines up perfectly with my diagram. Just think about it, guys. A compass has stood the test of time. We know a compass is an accurate piece of technology, and my 3D diagram lines up with a compass so much better than a spherical globe model does. And finally, one more look. Again, we have a flat 360-degree circular Earth surrounded in a dome called a firmament, and outside of that dome in the northern direction, there's a giant magnetic mountain called Mount Zion, which every compass on Earth is pointing towards that mountain. So let's see what ChatGPT said. Yes, looking specifically at your photos, your 3D model directly resembles the general visual layout of a hiking compass. The resemblance is especially strong from above. Both have a flat circular base, 360-degree perimeter, north, east, southwest orientation, radial bearings, and a central pivot / pointer. And just to clarify, guys, for the north, east, south, and west, north is forward, east is right, south is backwards, and west is left. It's extremely simple and straightforward. Your transparent dome also gives it a somewhat compass-like housing when viewed from the side. There is an interesting geometric correspondence in your construction. Your map is organized around a central northern point, which is Mount Zion, while the compass needle provides a directional reference towards north. That makes the two objects look particularly similar when placed side by side. So I distinguish two claims. Visual claim, my model strongly resembles the shape and directional geometry of a hiking compass. Yes. Scientific claim, therefore the resemblance demonstrates that the Earth actually has this shape. No. Well, I believe it does, but ChatGPT says no, it doesn't prove anything. Fair enough, we can agree to disagree. The circular construction of a compass represents 360 degrees of horizontal bearing and doesn't itself establish Earth's global geometry. But strictly regarding what you've shared, shape, layout, and general visual nature, yes, the resemblance in these photographs is quite clear, again, between my 3D diagram and a hiking compass. And then I said, is it fair to say my 3D model resembles a hiking compass much closer than the globe model on a simple visual level? Yes, on a purely visual level, that's a fair statement. Your 3D model shares several immediately visible features with a hiking compass that a globe does not. A flat circular layout, 360-degree ring, radial degree markings, cardinal directions around the perimeter, and a central pointer / reference axis. From directly overhead, the resemblance is especially strong. A globe, by contrast, is spherical and therefore looks substantially less like the physical form of a hiking compass. So the narrow claim, my model visually resembles a hiking compass more closely than a globe does, is reasonable. The separate question of which Earth model better explains actual compass measurements requires physical evidence rather than visual resemblance alone. So there you have it, guys. I mean, ChatGPT, and I believe also anyone being honest with themselves, can easily admit that my 3D diagram resembles a compass a lot closer than the heliocentric globe model does. So believe what you want, guys. You can side with a compass and the Bible, or you can side with modern science and what they say. I'm going to side with the Bible. I'm going to side with the Word of God, and I'm going to side with the compass. I'm not going to be brainwashed into believing the propaganda we've been taught for years in the education system, which I believe is a lie, but it's for a whole nother video, guys. So hope you enjoyed. It's about it. Have a good one. God bless.